Starting out with the black pieces, Magnus against Punin. And let's jump into Magnus Carlsen's comeback to Title Tuesday after missing last week, playing Clutch Chess Champions Showdown. He won it in fantastic style. And here he is back in Title Tuesday.
Yeah, back in Title Tuesday, and he's played h3 on move 1, as he promised to our viewers. Magnus Carlsen, a man of his word, the CLEMENZ opening, which I must admit I'd never heard of until today. He played the pawn to h3, followed by a pawn to g4, and don't try this at home, ladies and gentlemen, because he's only playing with pawns. The black knight, meanwhile, has moved a few times, and sooner or later Magnus will have to fight for the center. But okay, fascinating opening, not what Magnus would normally do. But here we go. It's going to be a fun one ahead.
He's up against Andrii Punin from Ukraine, a FIDE master at 38 years old. He enjoys playing Title Tuesdays. He's played every single game week in the autumn split so far. A peace sign from Andrii Punin here. He has the black pieces, and he has a huge challenge ahead of him against Magnus Carlsen. What do you think of this position so far, Asbjørn?
Yeah, it doesn't look too bad now after f6, I think. It's been, but of course, it's... now he's starting to take the center again, but Punin has jumped a lot around with his knight. Knights on d7 and f7. Magnus said, yeah, g-pawn is gone, so it's going to be an interesting game. This can, this can really get into some action pretty soon.
Yeah, it definitely feels like Magnus. Wow. I was going to talk about the chess, but I think we should take a break from the board because his opponent looks very comfortable.
He looks chill. It's like, hey, you're playing Magnus Carlsen, maybe the best player in the history of chess.
I thought he was wearing a sombrero, but it's a pillow. It was.
It's a very strange kind of. Oh, it's probably a chair, but he's like lying down in the chair. Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting position on the camera from Andrii Punin. Is it an interesting position on the board? Magnus Carlsen is now better.
It really is a fascinating position on the board. A few moments ago, Punin was doing very, very well, but he did miss the right moment to strike in the center, allowed Magnus to develop his pieces. And if we look at the king situation, the black king very, very open in the center here. Very difficult to know where it's going either. If it castles to the right, very vulnerable. Lots of pieces to get out the way for the king to castle on the other side. Magnus's king, meanwhile, probably feels safer if it does now hide away. And at the moment, the queen cannot be captured. There is a pin against Magnus's king, so I'm expecting the king to run to safety. Not yet. Bit of a surprise by Magnus, putting his queen up, and Punin looks surprised too. But yeah, complicated middle game ahead.
All right. We did see Magnus Carlsen take a sip of that huge glass. You are the brain behind the vases, Asbjørn.
I usually bring him the glass, but yeah, now it seems like he's... Yeah, the thing with the glass is he needs his water, and the bigger the glass, the
happier Magnus.
The happier Magnus, yeah, of course. So trying to get him even bigger glasses, but it's the biggest one we had was a vase. So that's we gave him.
Yeah, and he's now massively better in the game. Did we see a blunder by Andrii Punin?
Yeah, I think a miscalculation. He thought that Magnus had blundered. He tried to open up this diagonal by throwing a pawn out the way. He's going to take this bishop next, but after Magnus castles, he's going to realize now, Punin, that this pin is decisive. Not many ways to defend this knight. Despite the fact he's up a piece, he's going to drop it back. And if you move your queen back into the center of the board, there will be a discovered attack. The white rook staring down at it. The white knight can jump out the way in a variety of squares there. It can even take a pawn, open up an attack against the black queen, and we're going to see it play out. Magnus now needs to find the right square with his knight to attack the queen, to win this knight, and eventually the black king is the target. Lots of arrows there, but it's all about the central lines right now. And
doesn't knight f3 just win the knight, or didn't that work?
I think
with the discovered.
Discovered.
This is probably good as well. Like maybe not. No, the bar is down. Back. The bar is down.
Well, look at Magnus's face. He's not super thrilled right now.
Asbjørn, you should be out there playing. Knight f3 was a much better move. Retreating the white knight to this square was the suggestion, and that would have hit the black knight. The difference now is the black queen can simply move.
Should we check out what Magnus is saying?
Best case unnecessary. Worst case, it's jeopardized my win here.
And he's now talking about this knight move.
It's an interesting line here. Like here, knight d6. King f8, then f7, but then there's queen a3, intermediate move. I don't quite see it there.
Well, he certainly has Punin thinking now. Punin now under 2 minutes on the clock.
This is really tense. A wrong move, and it's going to be game over. Magnus Carlsen will win. The Black King will be in too much trouble. But I think Punin chooses the correct one. This is exactly what Magnus was talking about, the knight jumping in. The Black King probably now moving. Otherwise, the White Bishop will be able to take this knight. Knight takes knight is the other candidate move. But there we go. Magnus was talking about taking this knight now, but wow, pawn to c4.
Okay.
Playing a quiet move, just a piece down. Very curious play by Magnus Carlsen, taking massive risks in game one.
But it's gaining a lot of time. It really makes Putin think. Punin. Not sorry about that.
He puts the pun in Punin.
That was not intentional.
And he's now better on the bar. Magnus Carlsen in trouble in round one.
Oh, wow, this is so complicated. You cannot take this pawn. It looks nice and juicy, but the Black Queen would lose contact with her knight. I think Punin should just be developing his bishop, getting into the game here, and he's just a piece up. Like, despite the fact the Black King is weak, Punin is winning. But it's all about the clock, as Asbjørn said. Just no time left. 40 seconds, no increment to navigate a sea of chaos. It's not going to be easy here. Magnus is going to be gaining confidence by the second. Oh, 30 seconds. This is just, this is reckless clock handling.
And we see a blunder.
Exactly. He loses his knight in the center. He's trying to give some checks, but the White King will run.
Magnus Carlsen massively better, and he has loads of time. He is playing speedy so far.
Yeah, and it's just over now, suddenly on the board. Just that one moment of panic from Punin. He's dropping his rook. There's checkmating ideas with the White Queen stepping forward. Too many threats. The Black Queen can only give one more check, but the White King will actually be safe to run further forward. 8 seconds, the clock goes red.
Oof. Would it be funny if he ran to h6 with the king and made it on g7, like the Nigel Short? But yeah, he's going to win on time, so...
Red numbers on the clock, and it's a win for Magnus Carlsen in a strange game. Round one, he takes the full point. Punin still looking comfortable. It is a loss for him against the world number one. Win for Magnus Carlsen.